So it looks like Nintendo could be preparing for an enormous launch for the Switch 2. We're going to take a look at the latest rumors when it comes to how many units may be available at launch. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I believe at this point the only two things that Nintendo has confirmed about the Switch 2 is that we will see a successor to the Switch, so it does exist and it's going to be announced sometime before the end of March next year. And then second, it will have some level of backward compatibility. But there are other, I guess you'd say, rumors or leaks out there about this system. One such thing is that it will probably only have an LCD screen and that there won't be an OLED version at launch. We've seen things about how the Joy-Cons on this new system probably use magnets to connect and hold in place. And when it comes to graphics, it looks like this new system will probably use NVIDIA's DLSS technology and will output most likely 4K. And that's just a touch of a few of the rumors or leaks, maybe depending on how you look at it, that are out there for the Switch 2. Well, the latest rumor has to do with how many units may be available at launch. Now, this latest rumor originally came to us from the Family Boards, and then that got transcribed over to Gaming Leaks and Rumors over at Reddit. But rather than tracing down all those individual posts, we'll take a look at the write-up here from Nintendo Life, and their headline says, "Latest Switch 2 rumors suggest Nintendo is preparing for an enormous launch." Now, as I mentioned before, this information comes from a forum post from the same user that had posted a sketch of what they said was going to be the dock for the Switch 2, and that hasn't been confirmed yet either, so again, we're still just dealing in rumor territory. But this sort of cryptic post here was decoded and it says the initial stock quantity has been finalized and the factory will plan production accordingly. I can't disclose the exact number, but for the US market alone, it's roughly 2.5 times the volume from March 2017. Now, March 2017 was the original launch month of the current Switch. And we have those numbers broken down here by Nintendo Live. It says, now Nintendo reported sales of 2.74 million Switches by the end of March 2017. And it was released on March 3rd, 2017. And the console was scarce at launch. Using that figure as a guide suggests Nintendo's goal is to ship in the region of 6.85 million units globally in time for launch, whenever that may be. Now there's some assumptions going on here. That post that said that there was going to be 2.5 times as many units available at launch than compared to the original Switch did say that was for the US. So this article here is kind of making an interpretation that that 2.5 times number will apply globally as well, but we don't know that for sure. Of course, we still know nothing for sure. All this is still rumor. But at the very least, if we do see 2.5 times as many units available for the Switch 2 at launch in the US as what we saw back in March of 2017, that should help a lot when it comes to supply and demand, and it should help kind of thwart out some of the scalpers. And this kind of goes along with a story we saw back in July of this year, and you can see the headline here from CNET. It says Nintendo wants to flood stores with the Switch 2 console to stop scalpers. So I guess the question I have for all of you out there is, do you think providing 2.5 times as many units of the Switch 2 compared to the Switch will actually stop scalpers? And do you think Nintendo may do other things like requiring retailers to only sell 1 unit per person? Right now I have some friends that are interested in getting a Switch 2 and I'll probably try to pick one up for them and they basically pay me back. But if the case is that I can only order 1 per retailer, then I may have to order from multiple retailers, which I kind of do anyways for myself, and then cancel it when it gets closer to shipping, just in case my order gets canceled from somewhere else, because I've had that happen before. That's how I ended up missing out on the Majora's Mask 3DS, is that the retailer I purchased it from canceled my order just a few weeks later, and I actually had pre-ordered it from multiple retailers and I canceled the other order ahead of time thinking, oh well, I've got a pre-order here, I don't need to worry about having 2 of them. And ever since then I've tried to get 2 pre-orders for hard to get hardware like this just so that I know I can get one of them, and I cancel one of them just about a week or 2 before it's set to ship. But let me know your thoughts on all this. Do you plan to try to pick up a Switch 2 at launch, or are you just going to kind of wait for the hype to die down, or maybe you're going to wait for eventually an OLED version or some type of upgrade a year or 2 out? Drop your comment below and let me know your thoughts. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider doing so. It really does help out a lot. I'm pretty close to getting to 1,000 subscribers. At that point, I can get into the next tier of YouTube's partnership. So if you could help out with that, I'd really appreciate it. I want to thank you for watching and be good.